Hey you guys, and welcome back to a new video. And I know I have been gone for like genuinely forever, and I'm so sorry. I kind of forgot I had a YouTube channel there for a minute, and I also just didn't have the motivation to like edit and post anything, because this takes a lot of time, guys. It really does. But yeah, I'm back, and I'm gonna start posting more and doing more stuff, because I just got busy in my like personal life. There was stuff going on, so I just like was caught up in all that. But it's okay, I'm back now. I'm back, and I'm gonna start posting more. And today, I'm going to be talking about the D4vd situation, the David situation, which I don't actually know his real name. I think it's like Anthony something, but I'm not sure. And as you know, these videos are completely unscripted. It's just a pure yap fest from me, yours truly. So we're going to get into it. Roll the intro. So first we're going to start with who was Celeste Rivera Hernandez, which in general, she was a 14-year-old girl from Lake Elsinore. Alright, yeah, she's from Lake something. She was reported missing as 3 times in the last year of her life. Oh my god. According to the Riverside County, the Sheriff's Office. Dude, that's insane. That's crazy. I'm reading this as I'm talking, so yeah. So this case in general has become like a big focal point for like true crime and stuff like that, because it is so crazy to me. And the reason I got hooked on it is because I saw it back in September, and I had never liked David's music. I mean, I liked his music back in like 2020, 2023, you know, like in the back of my mind, you died, I didn't even cry. Yeah, that song. I kind of got invested because I was on Twitter one day and I was scrolling and I saw like David was suspected of murder, and I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, so it's just kind of a culture shock, I guess. It's not really a culture shock, but it is a shock whenever a celebrity is suspected of literal murder. Like, I would expect that from Trisha Paytas, not David, you know? But, I mean, it can be anyone, honestly. It can be anyone. So, the core evidence, which is where I'm going to start, is the discovery itself, which her body was found, unfortunately, in a vehicle, specifically a Tesla, that was in, what was it called? It was in the frunk, because it was the front trunk of an abandoned Tesla that was registered to Anthony, which is David. So the state of the body itself was I don't know how much I can say, but it was very brutal. Let's just say it was very brutal, and it's so unfortunate, and it's so sad. Like, it genuinely hurts reading about this, because it's just such a sad situation to like be in, you know? I can't imagine what it's like for the family. But yeah, it was frozen apparently, which will come into play later when I'm talking about something else. So yeah, it was obviously placed in like a temperature cooling environment before it was placed in the car itself. The car had been abandoned in Hollywood Hills for weeks apparently, and the neighbors reported a foul odor, and that's actually how they found the car, was because of the foul odor that the neighbors called in, and they found it in the car. So the vehicle itself was towed, and it was the body itself wasn't found until it was towed away, and it was found at the inbound lot, which is like where they put all the towed abandoned cars, you know, some school bus graveyard and type shit. But yeah, so the recent updates, which I'm going off of from December 2025, because that's when I made these notes. I just hadn't filmed because I was away. So December 2025 is when they found the burn cage incinerator, which is insane. Like, what do you mean you have a burn cage incinerator? And I found out about this through Twitter, and that's how I got like back invested into the case itself, because that's when I decided I was going to make this video, is whenever I saw the burn cage incinerator, and I was like, what the hell? Like, future Neppy here. Hi, I went to go look for photos of the burn cage incinerator found in his home, and 3 days ago they also found a chainsaw, like a chainsaw. What the that is some Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. And originally, whenever I thought burn cage incinerator, I thought like YouTube 2018 commentary prank, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe he was doing like a YouTube commentary prank. Hell no. Like, why would you have a burn cage incinerator in your apartment in Hollywood Hills? Like, what are we doing? I'd expect that from Jeffrey Dahmer, not David. But yeah, so in the Hollywood Hills home, there was a burn cage that was found by an investigator. I don't know his name, but an investigator found a burn cage in Hollywood Hills. Don't know where that came from. Yeah, it was completely boxed up, and most of this is just like speculation and theories from like Twitter that I found. But people are like, oh, he was gonna use it to like burn the body, blah blah. And I was like, I don't know about that, because that's kind of crazy. But he had it purchased, and it was sitting in a box in his home, like completely boxed up. It's so weird. I hate the thought of that so much. Just like thinking about it is like so gross. But it was completely unused, and it was associated with dismemberment cases. Usually dismemberment cases involve something like an incinerator or something like that, because I mean, people are disgusting. So yeah, it raises a lot of questions about the intent and the purpose for the body disposal, obviously, because it's crazy. Like, why would you? I don't have a burn incinerator in my home. Why would you have a burn incinerator in your home, you know? Unless you're planning to like burn things. Like, there's grand jury tension also within David's music manager, his Robert Mongoringoth. Recently testified before a grand jury, and he says that his proceedings were very tense, and prosecutors were allegedly confronting the legal counsel over uncooperative witnesses. There is one uncooperative witness, like, that is confirmed female, and I'd imagine it would be David's mother, and I'll get more into that later. But I have this theory that it's David's mom, because it kind of makes sense that she's an uncooperative witness, because you would do anything to protect your kid, right? Like, this is such an unfortunate situation, and why would you want to like lose your kid? But at the same time, like, it's so messed up. It's so sad. Like, the whole thing is so bad. But I'm pretty sure it is his mom, but that's just speculation. That's not like confirmed or anything. But there is an uncooperative like female witness that's not like testifying or anything like that. So that is what he meant by tense. So there's a lot of arguments right now that are pointing towards guilty, especially because he released a whole song called Celeste, and he actually deleted the song, and the lyrics were very disturbing, and he was singing about like making her wanting to jump into a pit of lava in Minecraft, and it's so bad. Like, why would you write a song about that? Especially because it was unreleased and it was deleted. So, like, obviously there was some sort of intention there, and obviously there was some sort of something he was hiding, because you don't just, like, make a song and then delete it. Like, oh my god, nobody can find this. It's just so weird. There's also a digital footprint with, like, leaked Discord chats and Instagram lives that were deleted that show a connection between David and, Celeste herself. There's, like, several screenshots of them, like, together in Instagram lives, and I've seen a couple of those screenshots, and I've seen a couple of like the Discord chats and stuff like that. Insane, by the way. I think I actually just read this like 5 minutes before making this video. It was confirmed that they were in a relationship. So also, I'm gonna get into it now. There was an allegation that is going around like currently, like right now, because his brother posted something that was like Celeste Rivera's lookalike, and he said, "Oh, this is my type." I'm pretty sure David's brother was gay. I'm like 99% sure, because I remember him like making jokes about his gay brother or something like that. It doesn't really make sense why he would post a girl, unless, and this is just my theory, this is just a game theory, guys, I'm pretty sure that they are trying to pin the murder on, or pin the relationship at least on his brother, because his brother was younger, so it would drop the charges on the P3DO files charges on David. And so it would make sense, and it would correlate why that they're doing that, because the minor charges are different compared to adult charges, but also I don't know if they're trying to pin just the relationship on the son, or they're trying to pin the whole thing on his brother, which would be so unfortunate for this poor kid, because I really hope he had nothing to do with anything, because that would be really, really bad. I don't know, it just looks like that from my perspective. That's just what it looks like. That's just speculation, though. There's a lot of counter arguments that go into the whole thing itself. Like, I know David had a tour alibi, even though he canceled all of his tours after all of this came out. Like, he canceled it, he went dark, he hasn't posted anything. I don't know why. He's still not in custody, so he's just kind of roaming about. It's like freaking It the Clown. Like, he's in the sewers, man. I know he has a lack of cooperation, like majorly. He's not cooperating. Initially, he did cooperate, and he was like trying to like clear his name and stuff like that, because you know that makes sense. It was alleged that he's no longer cooperating, and he has disappeared completely. So the tour alibi, he had a tour for his Withered tour. It was like, it started in Minneapolis. It would likely argue that he was not in LA whenever the car was abandoned. Now, here's another thing that was speculated, is that there was another person involved, which would make sense. I hope it's not his brother. It would make sense if there's another person involved, because he would have not been in LA, but also I think he could have deleted her in Minecraft, because even if he wasn't there, like the body was older, like he would have been there by the time like the body was freshly deleted in Minecraft. I think that it's not plausible. I think it was ruled out as a not plausible alibi, which makes sense. But yeah, there's a huge lack of charges right now. That's another thing. There's like, they're naming suspects, but they're not doing anything. Like, nobody's been in questioning, nobody's been brought in, like, there's nothing going on. And that's another thing that like really drew me to this case, is that the fact there's like nothing going on. Like, I don't know why there's nothing going on. Yeah, it's just so strange that there's literally, they're not doing anything. I mean, they are doing stuff behind the scenes, of course. They're not making everything public. That would make sense, but at the same time, I feel like they do owe the public some sort of something. Now, obviously, nothing like personal tied to the Rivera's family. Their Rivera's family is, I hope that's their last name. I don't know. That's tied to the Celeste family, but just stuff updating the case, like at least telling us they brought somebody in for questioning. You know what I mean? Like something, some sort of something. Because right now we're all just like blindsided and there's nothing going on. And that poor family is just kind of like sitting there, like they're just waiting to get justice, and there's no justice. There's nothing. It's really sad. It's that's everything that I had written down. It's really bad, and all signs point to the fact that David did it, in my opinion. That is my personal opinion, and a lot of the public's personal opinion, because it makes sense. It checks out. It also checks out that there was another person. Now, I don't like the idea that they're pinning it on the brother for the cases. I don't like the fact that they're pinning that on the brother to take that off of David, because it's just so apparent that David and Celeste were in a relationship, because she went missing for days and she was seen on lives with him, and they had matching tattoos. That's a massive one for me. Like, they had matching tattoos. You don't just get matching tattoos with whoever you want to. So it's just, I don't know, a lot of signs point to that. I know there was a thing where like it speculated that he's paying off people, which also kind of makes sense, because there was like a photo that looks like he was paying off somebody, but I don't think it was ever confirmed that he was paying off somebody. But yeah, it's just the whole thing is so bad. Like, the court system right now in general is just, I feel like we're not doing a whole bunch of justice. Like, look at the P. Diddy case. 4 years is insane. The Epstein files were released, completely redacted. Like, nobody's in jail. Nobody's getting justification. Nobody's getting justice. Like, it's just so sad. There's so much going on in the Justice Department right now that's just so corrupt, and it's moving really slow, for sure, the case, but I do hope that the family eventually gets closure and eventually gets justice, because that's really unfortunate, and it's such a sad situation. Anyways, thank you guys so much for staying throughout the whole video. If you did, I will try to post more in the future, for sure. I think I'm gonna post more just commentary stuff. I might post like video game lore. I don't know. I'm kind of looking into it. I'm in a MatPat phase right now, again. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for staying. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.